Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Bryony and I'm one half of the Indecisive Readers. Today I'm here with my June TBR, however it's going to be a bit different to normal. Basically in June I'm starting a full-time job and so I don't really know how much I'm going to be able to read. My reading has kind of fallen down a bit this month when I've started a part-time job, but I am moving to a full-time job at the start of June. And so yeah, this is going to be a slightly different TBR game. It's not going to be like my official one, so I'm not going to have any punishments if I don't finish stuff, but it's just going to be kind of used as a taster to see how well I would read and what I'm going to manage to read and what's a now suitable kind of goal. This time it's based off a chess game. I said to Sam, if you want to play a game of chess, if you want to give me a prompt for each of the like main pieces, not the pawns, I will play against you, because I thought there's no way I'm going to do it if the pawns are included as well. I did actually win the game. It didn't quite catch the end. I can't remember if I won or whether Sam just gave up. But my king was the only one left and my pawns were just kind of doing all the work. So yeah, my like reward for winning, I think, is just going to be can change a prompt or can change a book. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm quite chill with this. We'll just go with whatever. I will be mentioning these in the order that Sam put them down on the list, not in the order they were taken, because I think that would kind of complicate things. Also because I filmed it in a time lapse, because like it was like half an hour long otherwise. And so yeah, it's no order, it's just me giving you prompts. So the first book I have was for the first Rook, and the prompt was Unconventional Books. So for this I have chosen a graphic novel called Sheets by Brenna Thummler. I think this is about a ghost that kind of lives in a laundromat and the girl that works there and their relationship together. It sounds really cute. It sounds like it should be quite easy to read. Also, it's quite colourful, which is unusual for graphic novels. Sam actually brought this for me in February, and so I'm excited to finally fit it onto a TBR to read it. I have been kind of delaying reading it because I knew this prompt would come up again soon. So my next prompt is for my second Rook, and the prompt has been on TBR for over 6 months. For that, I'm hoping to read Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. I got about 100 pages into it in December when I read the kind of sample through NetGalley, but then I got this straight away and forgot to put it on my TBR, so I never got around to it. It was very quick to read when I was reading it, and so hopefully it shouldn't take me too long to read. I don't know whether I'll start from like the 100 page mark or not. I can't quite remember what happened, but we will see. This is a prequel to The Hate U Give, and it follows, is it Star's father as he is a teenage dad in this like, I suppose, kind of anti-black neighbourhood, and he has to give up like being a drug dealer and all sorts of trouble like that. The next prompt I have was for the first bishop, and the prompt was thriller or mystery. So for this I have chosen A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I don't really read thrillers or mysteries, but I thought this would do, and this is one of my 21 books to read in 2021, so I thought that'd be good, kind of two birds one stone. I think it's a YA mystery. A girl decides to do her project on solving this like old case in the kind of town. I think that's what it's about. It's also written in an unconventional format, so if I for some reason don't read sheets, maybe I could double them up. But I'm really excited to read it. It's one I've been meaning to read for ages, and so I think it should be really fun. So the next prompt I have is for second bishop, and the prompt is Book I Regret Buying. I want to preface this by saying there was never any point where I didn't want to like read it, but I didn't necessarily need to buy it, if that makes sense. The book I am going to use is Detransition Baby by Torrey Peters. I am pleased to own it. I think this is going to be a really interesting book to read, and it is definitely on my TBR. It's been on my TBR for a couple of months, so I just haven't got to it. However, there was no need like really for me to buy it because it was available from my library, and so I could have just like read it for free, but for some reason I thought I'm going to buy it, which is fine. I don't mind having brought it, but I do kind of like wish I hadn't spent money on it, so I kind of twisted this prompt. I don't really know what it's about. I think it's about like various trans people kind of in a relationship, being parents, that kind of thing. It's something that sounds really interesting and I do want to read it, but yeah, maybe I shouldn't have spent money on it. The next piece I have is The First Night, and the prompt is LGBTQ+. And so for this, I'm going to read The Bone Way by Holly J. Underhill. This is an arc that comes out kind of towards the end of June, and it's actually a female-female retelling of Orpheus and Eurydice, which is, I think, going to be really interesting. I'd like to see how it's done, and I think it should be really good. I also think it's quite quick, so hopefully it shouldn't take me too long to read. But yeah, I'm really excited to read it. It's one I've been like anticipating reading for a while, and so yeah, reading it will be good. The next piece I have is The Second Night, and the prompt is book published the same year you were born. For this I have chosen Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. I loved the film. I love the film of this, and I have read the book before. I remember it being very different, and so I'd be quite interested to like read it again. I don't know if I ever did actually finish it or if I only got like halfway through. However, the audiobook is available from my library, and I figure that might be quite a good way of getting me through the books next month when I'm not reading a lot. I think this is more of a like Cinderella retelling than the actual like film is, and so I'm interested to see how it's done. I think it does more of the balls and like the magic. I don't know. So my prompt for the queen is more of a punishment, because I suppose you really want to keep your queen, and so the prompt I got was can't DNF, and so the book I have chosen is A Sky Beyond the Storm. Yep, that's the right way around, by Sabaa Tahir. This is the fourth book in an Ember in the Ashes series, and or is it called the Torches Quartet? Why am I thinking it's called the Torches Quartet? I don't know. But I'm not actually reading it physically. I am borrowing again the audiobook from the library, and I'm loving this series so far, so I think I can confidently say I'm not going to DNF it. Maybe it's going to come and bite me in the bum, but I hope not. I have high expectations for this, and I think it's going to be really good. Then I have two other books I would like to read next month. The first is Blanca Iroha by Marie-McLemore. This was the Myth Tape Reads pick for last month. What was last month? May and June, I hope. It was on my TBR for last month. I just haven't got around to it, which is fine. So I'm squeezing it onto this month. Hopefully I will get to it because I would like to talk about it. I don't know what it is. I think it's a retelling of maybe Snow White and Rose Red. Don't know, but it does sound fun, and I've been meaning to read this author's writing for ages, and so I'm looking forward to seeing how it kind of plays out. And the final book I have is Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. I don't know what this is about other than a YA contemporary with dancing. I hope it's good because I'm reading it for the Goodreads tour. Don't know when my date is, so I don't know when I'm going to try and squeeze this in yet, but I'm excited to read it because I like stories about dancing. I think that's quite a fun trope. And yeah, I hope it should be good. So this is some of my TBR for June. Hopefully, if I get to some of these, I will be pleased. At least two of them I want to get to. Three. At least three of them I'm going to get to. If you've got any plans for June, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if any of these are good. And let me know what you think of like chess as a TBR game. If there's like a better way of filming it maybe. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in another video. Bye!